Well, that's not a set of cutscenes I miss. For those who didn't listen to the intro music, for example, because they were listening, they are watching later on YouTube. We just had the Gabora theme going during the intro, so that's the owl from OT. I digress, though. I'm Tobias. With me on commentary is no other than Baseball, and we are here to bring you Rockchalk versus Marco. Baseball, how are you?
I actually love that remix we have on here of that theme, just for the record. But yeah, I don't miss the cutscene either, but it's a great remix. Yeah, hi, welcome everybody. This match is awesome, Rockchalk versus Marco. I believe it's our first quarterfinal match of the season so far.
Definitely one of the first, if not the first, yes.
Yes. First or maybe second. But yeah, Rockchalk versus Marco. Rockchalk seed 30, Marco seed 6. Marco, obviously, one of the best to ever play Ocarina of Time Rando. I think that's fair to say. And Rockchalk is just like super hot right now. So it's also really good too. Not to devalue, but it is Marco.
Rockchalk is like I was at SGL 2023, and Rockchalk, I think I didn't know his name before, but I think he reached surprisingly far into the tournament. And I mean, he has eliminated Sponge and Floosh from the winner's bracket.
Yes.
I mean, Marco has eliminated what the hell's happened in ATZ, but both of them clearly are forces to be reckoned with, and definitely are on the top at the top of their game at the moment. So this head-to-head comparison really looks more one-sided than it is at the moment. Rockchalk has been just on fire this entire tournament. So let's see where this goes.
Yeah, like if you look at like their last 10 races, you can see it's actually pretty even. The average time is about the same, and they've finished in the top 3 the same amount of times. So I think it's actually going to be much closer than it seems from that head-to-head comparison. They've both raced a ton, both have a lot of experience. It should be really good. It should be pretty fun.
Here's hoping. So we are about 30 seconds from start.
Yes.
So these two are about to head off. We are starting. Let's have a quick look at what we're starting with. Actually, we get a free song through the starting song, the Bolero as starting song, but we also are starting with a Kokiri Emerald as our starting dungeon reward, which means we are looking at least 6 dungeons to beat today. And let's see, we're also starting as Child. That's a spawn, so it's Hyrule Castle.
Oh my god!
Outside the fairy fountain, so we are not logically able to get to that without bombs.
Right. That is nice. If we don't end up getting Prelude, we're pretty close to the Temple of Time. So I'm not mad about that at all. Let me turn on the game audio. Also, Marco has clean audio. This is a serious match, you know?
Both of them, Burning Cactus Prelude, so
there you go.
Not the greatest mobility.
Just like I was saying. I love this spawn.
Sacred, Kokiri Forest, Zora's Fountain, and
Jabu.
Oh,
perfect. This is a Triforce Blitz seed. Excellent.
So Sacred Forest Meadow gets a Sun Song. We get Kokiri Forest, Zora's Fountain, and Jabu as our Foolishes.
Yeah, still no medallion check, so we're not sure if Jabu is medallion or not. So we'll just have to find out. It's not a great Foolish. 4 checks. Hopefully we don't have to go in there at all.
4 checks in a super long dungeon, so let's see. Let's see how that gets us. What that gets us, actually. That is an intense soundtrack for Hyrule Field, not gonna lie.
Kind of scary. Intense opening music to the seed. Yeah, so Kokiri Forest is Foolish. I feel like that has come up a lot in this season. Runners will probably go there anyway, clear out Midos, look for Chews. That's what I would do. Mm-hmm. Chews are incredibly valuable.
As long as you don't have a bomb bag yet. So Rockchalk has collected some money, but didn't do any market checks actually with that money. That's interesting.
Interesting. maybe just gonna buy a shield later. I probably would have done child shooting. Oh, look at that. Marco didn't even have to grind for any more money. 99 rupees. Thanks, Talon.
Talon at least making early game money routing a lot more comfortable with that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, traditional opener here as a child. We're getting songs. Very fun. Let's see what it is.
And it is, okay, more free songs. We get Requiem, so that is useful. We get Into the Desert really early. We get another song that we can obtain straight away. Marco is, Marco obviously knows his child spawn, and so does rockchalk, because we started the game there. I would not be surprised if both of them just head to the desert straight away to get that next song.
That's what I would do. Requiem is one of those songs. It's one of those like sigh of relief songs when you find it early. You're like, okay, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about like crossing logic.
Ooh, a scale.
Scale! This is the seed for me. Scale is the best item in the game. Just because when you don't have a scale, your life is terrible. Think about it. You're in Lost Woods, you want to go to river, you have to walk all the way around. Great item. So glad it showed up early. Everyone knows I love the scale. And we are getting that Requiem play from Marco.
Not gonna disagree with liking scale here. This is a really useful early game item. It gets you from Kokiri Forest to Zora's River. It gets you from Lake Hylia to Zora's Fountain. Just great for routing overall. And there's Zelda's Lullaby. Speaking of important songs to get early.
Seriously. Yeah, that is also nice to have early. You're less likely to just leave behind checks. Like, you haven't been to Graveyard yet. We're not gonna orphan that song. I don't know what item that is.
Did not see it. Ocarina of Time is Sun's song. No, Saria's song. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Maybe we get a second chance on rockchalk screen here. Looked like either blue rupee or a hookshot.
Okay, I thought it was a blue rupee. So one of us is right.
One of us is right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not disputing the blue rupee entirely.
No, it could be a hookshot. I can't see, so it's either really good or really bad.
Yeah. I mean, we have Requiem. We now have a scale that gets us.
Oh my god, you're right.
To the bean seller early, so it's not the worst. Marco now headed to the market, I would assume, ready for some market mini games, and then off to do adult early game, right?
Yep.
Seems to be cutting the 3-song route slightly short here, not headed for Kokiri Forest, and likewise with rockchalk, safe warping back to the castle.
Yeah, we don't have a good way to get there. I would be going adult and praying for Minuet on the windmill. Because that's my favorite song.
Yeah, or in the crater. There's
the crater, right?
Or in the composer's grave. We get 3 songs that we can get in early adult routing here, with very little effort. So
yeah,
let's see where that gets us.
So much free money this seed. Very nice. Yeah, good point in chat. Kokiri Forest is also barren, so why go there as child right now?
Not for items. That much is true. But hey, that could still mean you could get bomb shoes in there. Those are not logically required in any way. So not entirely out of the question that those are hiding there.
Rockchalk getting a shield.
We are probably not seeing anyone pick up any checks in Kokiri Forest today. I guess. Okay, medallion check. Jabu, Spirit, Water, Fire, Deku, and I think I missed one. Looks at cheat sheet.
Jabu, and that makes me sad because it's foolish, so we have to go in there anyway.
Yeah.
Our trackers will have that updated for you soon because they're awesome.
And we got Forest Medallion on Twin Rova then. So. Okay, so what did we say?
Good. I don't like that.
We got the Spirit Medallion on Queen Goma. Okay, so great. So Deku Tree is basically Queen Goma and King Dodongo. So Deku Tree and Deku Tree and Dodongo's Cavern block the bridge today. Not a fan.
Pretty low requirements. I mean, we have to find the light arrows. We have to find the Kokiri sword. I don't mind it. I like going into Ganon's castle, maybe because it's still novel to me. So I wouldn't be mad if we see things early.
Yeah, the problem I see with that is just the stone dungeons.
Forest and Shadow?
We got Stone Shadow and Stone Forest, because those never found a way before. First quick divergence.
Stone dungeons. Oh my god.
Yeah, first quick divergence here. I did not see what that was on the volcano. That looked like a spell, definitely. Epona's song in the crater.
Oh, Golden makes a good point. Saria's on OoT. Oh, Saria's can't lock forest access. Minuet is somewhere, everybody. I love that.
That's comforting.
Yeah. Great warp song. Yeah, so we could still have to collect the stones to get Saria's song. If there's something on a Saria's check, Skull Kid or Dancing Dad. We won't see them do that for a while, though. If ever. So. Or Frogs too. You're right. Frogs too. I always just, in my mind, it's already dead. But no hint yet.
And Kakariko Open Grotto gets us our first big chest, and London Wrench on the path to Evil's Bane. What song did we get at London Wrench? Requiem, right?
Requiem. Yeah. And Boomerang and Pack.
Which is a required item today, so we're not gonna complain to that. So
that's really nice.
London Wrench to Scale was about to say to Evil's Bane. So that could mean, for example, our Scale is our logical river axis or Zora's domain axis. Well.
Thank you, Song of Storms on the windmill. Vanilla, yes.
Not complaining about that.
Not at all.
That gets us more access. We get a few Storm Grottos. We also get Child Dungeons, and also we're going to see what the Skulltulas have for us today.
Let's see.
50 dead.
Nothing?
30
nothing?
dead, and 40
nothing.
dead. Huge rupee on 40, so dead.
There's so much.
We are collecting 20 skulls at most today.
So much big cash around today. That's like the third huge rupee. Very exciting.
Money, no whammies.
Okay, rockchalk gonna follow in Marco's footsteps. I think rockchalk missed Man on Roof. Not that there was anything there. But that's something that I do all the time. So, felt good to see that. Okay, Marco heading to Graveyard. Gonna do Shield Grave, etc. Here. The worst check in the game. Dompe Race as well.
Why is that the worst check in the game, Baseball?
Because I'm really bad at it.
Have you tried not doing that?
I was going to say, have you tried rolling? And I was going to be like, yeah.
I mean, if you ask Tiris, just don't do the check.
I know. I understand.
Tiris, just
Tiris now because of that.
Right?
But yeah, let's see Marco do it. I want to see someone good do it.
Really cutting those corners close. Obviously, will probably not avoid every single fire dropped by Dompe, but that's not the point. Save much more time by just hugging the walls here, staying close to the corners, and optimizing your route through the racetrack. Ooh. But it does look like Marco entirely avoided Dompe's flames here, so this could be one of the quickest Dompe times we've seen on a restream in a while. 43, 44, that'll be a 47.
Oh my god. Wow. That was really impressive. That is the fastest possible time, right?
I think it's pretty close to it, yeah.
Or it's like 46, but it's like right there. 46 is
is the fastest possible,
See?
says Virgil in
Virgil,
chat.
thanks.
All right, rockchalk checking
Nocturne.
the Composer's Grave gets us Nocturne. Interesting. Okay.
Another great song to have early. A routing dream to have all these warp songs. Truly. Got a 46 against ATZ. I guess that makes sense. It is Marco.
Yeah. Anyways, we've seen. Wait, what? I did not.
Prelude is Burning Cack. I think we
Burning
saw
Cack
that.
teaches Prelude. Oh, right. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
So, we have seen Din's Fire ostensibly on the volcano. That seems to be the consensus, and we have seen Nocturne now in the Composer's Grave. Did I talk about Stone Shadow already and how it seems to find a way?
I'm not worried. You know, we don't have magic. We don't have hovers. We don't have any paths yet. So far
we have Evil's Bane.
Well, for Requiem.
There's time.
There's time. It's possible, but you know. I think Stone Shadow will leave us alone. Forest, I don't know.
Apparently, Marco cut some sort of deal with Danpei because Rockchalk is just running into all kinds of flames today.
Danpei, he puts it right in front of you. It's so hard to avoid.
It's friggin' rude, is what it is.
So
but
bad.
Yeah, right.
Marco coming to do the Royal Tomb torches, I guess? As child?
Looks like it. Rockchalk and Marco both have collected some heart pieces here, chosen to play it safe until they have either the money or the Goron tunic themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Fire is a medallion dungeon, so having a few extra hearts to fight Volvagia is definitely in order today.
Yeah, I think 5 is enough for these two. They could probably do it with 4. 6 is like really comfy. Yeah, Marco, I guess, is gonna go into the well. He has ZL, so it's not terrible. You can peek all the bomb-locked chests. So I'm not mad about it. I think it's good. I don't like doing chickens, though. But I understand it.
I mean, Fenris in chat saying Rockchalk must be crispy by now. I mean, with all the flames that he ran past, that is not entirely out of the question. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in general, there's no good way to actually segue to this. But do you know why jokes about steaks are so seldomly executed?
Why?
Because they're a medium that's rarely well done.
Oh my god.
And I'm about to be fired from this entire volunteer job. I love it.
I actually hadn't heard that before. So thank you. That was actually really funny. I appreciated it. Chat. I love this play from Rockchalk. I'm a big river believer. Oh god, Golden's gonna make fun of me. This is a great Triforce Blitz play because of the hints. Also great this season. I know.
And this number 2.
Can't help it. Hints are so important this season too, in just the regular standard tournament. So I actually love it. And it looks like there's something here that Rockchalk wants.
It is logically available, and that's magic. Yeah, Stone Shadow?
I'm scared.
Again?
Okay.
Just gonna mention it?
Okay, now I'm scared. Love you, Golden. It's okay. Yeah. That is in logic. Oh god. Okay, so we could go to Shadow Temple if we get some beans. Okay, let's look at our hints in the river. Giant pot is a small key.
Small key, so not optional.
Another Shadow Temple hint keeps reminding us that it's there, waiting for us to go in. Um,
There's a what?
DMC?
There's a Death Mountain
DMC.
crater on the path to
Morpha, I
Baronate?
believe.
Did that say Morpha or Baronate?
I think it said
Hold on.
Morpha.
Quick look at our medallion layout.
Someone help.
Uh,
Virgil says Morpha.
DMC Morpha. Okay, so
Okay.
that's that's
Yes.
a bridge dungeon. No, that's a boss key dungeon. So interestingly, what?
I missed that. Yeah, everyone gets scared. Could just be a Pona song. I didn't see that hint. So,
Fire boss key loop is 2 small keys apparently.
okay. Great.
Sure. So Death Mountain Crater to Morpha for Din's Fire. Yeah,
Yeah,
Stone Shadow
or
is now
Epona's song.
absolutely on the table. Sorry. Or Epona's song.
GTG? Come on. With nothing? It's possible. Pierre is a small key.
And Fire Crawls, Fire Boss Key Loop, still small key and small key. Okay. Rockchalk is choosing to actually open some small chests here in Foolish Kokiri Forest. This kind of makes sense. All right.
Yeah, I
So
probably
far,
would
nothing
have.
in the well.
I probably would have gone into Mido's house just taking a look. Maybe like the Goron sword is there. I don't know, or some shoes. I haven't even been watching the well. I don't think there's been anything in here.
Yeah, nothing. So far, well, okay. More junk with a like.
Yeah.
So Marco is going to skip that entirely. I don't think there were any bomb-locked big chests either, so...
Not that I recall.
And Rockchalk attempting the delicate art of
Nice.
Mido. There's a big chest
Very
of
nice.
Mido without a hookshot or bow to aim, and there's a gold scale?
Let's go.
Quick logic check. Did we have a bomb-locked key here? Yes, we did. There's a key in the basement.
All right. So that's bomb locked? That's bomb or strength locked.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fox. We have seen
Okay.
Dins.
We have seen Dins. We have a path for Crater. Dins is on the volcano. Let's see. Quick look at Frox 2 is what?
Dead. He's dead. Flame check is
Bigaron
dead.
is nothing.
One more hint.
And one more song as well.
Yep.
See what we
This
get here in
is Sun
Sacred Forest
Song.
Meadow. Right. Sun Song was hinted here.
And
Since
Skull Mask
Skull
was
Mask
something. I think it's dead.
Skull Mask is dead, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was
Rockchalk
Deku
put
Sticks.
dead on his tracker.
Nehru's love, says Fox.
Nehru's
Cool.
dead. Cool.
Bitch. Okay, so quick recap of these two players' openers. We got a whole load of information. We learned that our stone dungeons are forest and shadow. Both of these, ideally, you never want to set foot in. Because they are long, linear, and not too checked-ins. Our path to Morpha is in Death Mountain Crater. So far in there we found Epona's song and Din's Fire. We also have in logic, so getting Din's Fire is in logic, getting the magic from River is in logic. We already have Nocturne of Shadows. So far we're missing a hookshot and hover boots and, well, explosives. For us to be able to fully clear Shadow Temple if we so chose.
Yeah, it's worth saying that right now we can't do anything there. So right
Not
now
right
it's
now.
still just a looming threat.
Yeah,
And-
it is a concern, not much else.
And for the record, Rockchalk has only put Epona song as the path for Death Mountain Crater. So Rockchalk, like me, is believing that it's probably just going to be GTG.
Or we all mispeaked the dins on that volcano.
That's true.
Which is equally possible.
Yes. These screens are very small. Little Richard giving us $5.
Composer Torches is officially dead, and there is a strength upgrade. Sphere 0 in with the Lostwoods Bridge Scrub. Lostwoods Bridge Scrub, right.
Woods.
Which that's an emote waiting to happen.
Yeah, strength 1 is great to have. You can lift up bomb flowers and grass. Pretty exciting, especially the grass.
And yeah, that puts the gold scale in logic.
Wow.
Which makes our scale not path.
That's true.
Unless, of course, it's path for lap dive, but...
Yeah, we don't have any good way of getting to lake, as we hardly ever do. I don't see either of them going there for a while.
Okay, so our scale is not path, but it is on the ropes.
Yes. It has a couple chances.
More than one?
Tech Grotto.
Woman's got a point.
Someone in chat said it. It's not my point. I stole that. All right,
yeah, we need irons actually.
Giving us nothing.
Unless, of course, irons are in Tektite.
Yes. Could be. Rockchalk getting some early boomerang skulls. I hate getting these skulls.
He wants to know what's on 10 skulls, and I don't blame him.
It's very fair. It's a scary check. And often holds something very important. And it's never hinted, and it's Sphere 0. So, you should do it.
Skulls. You should collect them. That's some marketing done for another. That's some marketing done for another decade.
20 skulls? I probably wouldn't collect. Oh, there's Serenade. What did I say about Lake? Never mind. You can go there
Convenient
right
path too, I think.
Yeah. Well, all right, game.
And Marco thinks, you know,
Marco? It's like baseball. That is a good idea. Thank you.
Let's go. I mean, lake into domain into downriver.
Yep.
That just flows really well. It's a bunch of checks.
It does.
And it is out of the way. You also set up here. Maybe you make a quick jaunt to South Hyrule Field.
Yeah, you are gonna probably miss out on Valley though for now. Which, you know, they could have something. I'm a Valley believer.
Valley never has anything. Nah.
Minuet is
the
either
implied foolish.
Yeah, it is. But it could. It could. We'll see. Fox saying Minuet is Ice or Prelude. Marco doing some relaxing fishing for us today. And Rockchalk gonna follow Marco into the well. Not really a surprise. We don't have a ton of items. We have a scale and a boomerang. So you may as well take a look. Ooh,
there's a hook shot.
Okay, that's really good. Hook shot and strength. We are getting some really scary items so far. We need both of those to beat the game, but it always makes me think of Forest Temple. Yeah, so now, you know, we can do a couple checks in Shadow once we get Din's Fire and Marco gets the magic. And we can do a little bit in Forest as well. Marco gonna check this hint, which is another crater to Morpha hint.
Yeah, to Morpha. Okay. So Rockchalk Rockchalk is now himself in well. Not even Not even any bomb chews in here to make it
No.
worth his while. But yeah, okay. So the strength upgrade on the bridge scrub does indeed put the gold scale in here in logic, and Marco is following up on that path to give us the conclusion on whether or not the gold scale is the path item.
Let's see it.
In ranch, it's
Heart
not
piece.
for lap dive, but
Alright.
Tektite Grotto is still a thing that could exist. I would expect Marco to head to domain first, though.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the hookshot now in hand, and Serenade, just makes sense to. And that is hover boots.
Hover. Oh my god.
No wait, that's not. That's
What
something
is that?
blocky.
It's something square?
Oh, it's a claim. What? What?
What?
What?
What is that?
I did not.
What is that? Oh, it's a big Poe.
Okay, I did really not recognize that item.
That
What in
looks
the world?
different now, right?
I
That has
think
to be a
that
new
looks
model.
different. I have no idea.
Someone help.
That really did look different than I remember it to be.
Me too.
But
I've played this game recently.
it used to be a bottle with something yellow in it.
Yep. Yep.
Make your own jokes, folks.
No one is answering. Okay.
Scroll spaces is
Key?
okay. Spirit child side has a key.
That's a key. And we have Requiems, that's okay. It's the same model? What?
I was very confused.
Whatever.
All right. That being
good.
said, we are looking at. Okay. So we are looking at that scale cannot be path for the big Poe because there are 2 scales in logic, and you only need 1 for the big Poe bottle.
Right. Right.
But there could be something in Tektite Grotto skill. I mean, worst case, it's the Iron Boots that immediately makes both scales path to Morpha.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But I totally dig Marco's play to head into domain from Lake here and to not do South Hyrule field on foot as child. There are certainly more fun pastimes.
You know, and he still could, right? Like, he just has to dive again into the lake or play Serenade or whatever. So I don't mind this
but
before.
he's gonna be at Lake as adult anyway, and at least adult is a little bit faster.
That's true. He has the hook
backwalking
shot.
as well.
Did he set Scarecrow, right?
He did prepare Scarecrow, so he needs to validate that. He has the hook shot, so he can do the rest of Lake as an adult. So, while we're still clearing Overworld, this routing really flows really well for him. He's headed into River now, I would expect.
Oh, was in River the Magic? Yeah, the Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which then should put him roughly on par with rockchalk, or rather, well, he has more items than rockchalk. With now, and but really depends on where rockchalk is headed next. He needs to find that Serenade rather soon.
Yeah, Virgil making a good point in chat. Can do Frogs 1 as well while he's here, which rockchalk could not do when he cleared out River. Marco can also get the bean and plant
the
it.
Boomerang does indeed put Child Spirit in logic.
That's true. I hate doing that check with the boomerang. Hitting the switch. Whew.
Yeah.
Terrible stuff.
It is logical.
It is. But it is unfortunate.
Get the bean planted in crater.
Yeah.
He knows he needs
just
only
the one
one.
bean.
Yeah, so we have confirmed that's a blue pea on the archway.
Yeah.
Interestingly, rockchalk now headed toward Kokiri Forest. It seems.
Gonna get Serenade, I guess. Which is good. Hopefully that pushes him to Lake, and he just takes a very similar path that Marco does. But is like basically behind Marco right now.
Not gonna deny that. Right. Magic for Marco.
I'm so confused. I thought the magic would also be a different model now, but it's fine.
Bow Bottle was
Whatever.
apparently. In terms of magic models, they are thinking apparently about just a sparkling magic bottle or
Okay.
a kind of a magic bottle that looks like there's bomb juice.
Oh, see? Clear out my.
That's why. Oh my god!
Oh my god! So much has happened.
Okay, all the explosives at the same time. So rockchalk got rewarded for checking chests in Foolish Kokiri Forest in Mido's house with 2 bomb shoe drops. Meanwhile, Marco just found his bomb bag on Frogs 1.
Yeah.
Okay then. We have explosives.
That's
The
good.
explosive problem is no longer a problem.
That's good for everybody. Yes, we could have gotten those shoes in Mido's house a long time ago. Marco was here earlier. Could have gotten those. It's okay.
Yeah.
He has the bomb bag. He's fine. But yeah, that's amazing.
But yeah, Child Spirit now probably required this child face. You have a boomerang, you have a strength upgrade, you do have explosives now. Child Spirit.
Yeah, rockchalk playing Sunsong out of here. Good for him for remembering that he has Sunsong, and this is like a really good use of Sunsong to use it for routing like this. I would have forgotten. I did forget that he had Sunsong. So, good job, rockchalk. Marco is also getting this skull. I feel like I never see people get this one. I never see people have the boomerang this early, I suppose.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, scale is still not confirmed to not be path. There's still one check where okay, so that was 2 10 shoe drops in Milo's house. That should be enough for rockchalk to basically not need to worry about explosives until he just runs into one of the other bomb bags.
Yeah, 20 is great. Giant pot repeat.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. Like, go ahead.
I was gonna say we are still missing 3 path-ins. So that is
we are
significant bit of information that the seed that's going to still needs to give us. Mirror shield on Castle Fairy. Huh. Well then.
Everything's just like on the way so far.
For Marco, definitely.
Yes. Wow. Can't use that yet.
Hold on. We haven't seen a path to Twin Rova yet, so
that's true.
So it'll be something like River to Twin Rova, for example, because explosives.
Oh, right. I was thinking Hyrule Castle to Twin Rova.
Also potentially.
Yeah, that would be more helpful than River.
Actually, River to Twin Rova would be helpful for rockchalk because that would push him hard toward checking Frogs 1. It would also be an important bit of information for rockchalk and Marco both, because that would mean that bomb bag is the only logically obtainable one.
Wouldn't it probably be River to KD though? Hi, Drew. Yeah. Oh my. Mel just said that. Mel.
Drew shows up. Drew woke up today and chose violence. All right.
Let's see if that bomb bag really is going to be necessary for rockchalk. Looking at this bomb shoe bowling, it is not.
Not for that.
Yeah, not for that anyway. So that's good. All right, rockchalk. What's the plan? Goron City? Probably.
Out of Meadow, first of all. Goron City seems like a good shout. You found explosives. Go play into it.
Yeah, and Child Goron City is notorious for having important items. Was there a Goron pot hit? No, there was a Shadow pot hit.
Confusing. There's now headed to River.
Ooh, rockchalk. Maybe gonna get the bomb bag? Or is just gonna go to Domain? Getting Bean. That's true. So maybe we'll go there, play Storms for the little frogs. Perfect. And skulls. All right. I clicked mute.
Rocks and spiders. That's your whole ecosystem right there.
Yeah, that's all you need. Chat, sometimes you're very funny. Did you know that? Sometimes I enjoy reading your comments. Rockchalk is gonna get the bomb bag. And Marco's gonna turn in our weird big Poe bottle, which I can't get over how weird that looked still. Here's bombs. Perfect. Don't the frogs sleep at night? You wake them up with the ocarina. They never sleep. Alright, turning in the big Poe.
My brain needs to stop. My brain needs to stop getting songs stuck inside my head. And I'm not going to specify any further.
I wish my brain would stop too. Rockchalk getting the bean. Doing pretty much what Marco did. Still doesn't have the hook shot, but there's still time. Ah, I see. Rockchalk gonna do Child Spirit, actually. This is smart. We know that there's a key there. We're gonna have to do it. Probably.
Ooh. Marco is following up on that potential scale path.
Thank you, Marco. Answering our questions.
Alright. And
It's
that
the
is
letter.
Ludo's letter down there.
Oh my god. Scale is alive.
I'm gonna call Scale as our path.
Scale is here, everybody.
And that might just mean there's a hook shot somewhere in Jabu, somewhere in Ice Cavern. Maybe it's a song that leads us there. Okay. So the Scale is back in the running for our path item.
Jabu is foolish, everybody. Keep that in mind.
Oh shoot, yeah. So it's most definitely either Fountain or Ice Cavern.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Fountain is foolish too. It's Ice Cavern.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. Narrows it down quite a bit. And we just emptied our bottle. So.
I mean, I am currently not subscribed to Tyrus, but I do think he has an emote apropos of what I'm about to say. Rush the heck out of ice.
That's what I would do. Very nice boomerang shot from Rockchalk. That is not that easy.
And even paralyzes the bubble on the way past. Good shot.
Perfect. Great job, Rockchalk.
On range still pass to Evil's Bane.
And here's our hinted key.
How deep do you go in Child Spirit in this occasion? Just keep going until you can't go no more, right?
Go to the sunblock room, you know, then leave. That's what I would do. But that's because I don't like doing those checks with, like, magic or dins. So, I'd rather do them as child. Oh, the Storm's Frogs were hinted, but it was bomb-locked. Nice.
Yeah, well, the bombs themselves are also not a hinted path item so far, so...
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it could be, like... Where'd we get storms? Vanilla. Kakariko to King Dodongo?
There's a bow up there.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay, Marco.
the bomb bag gives you logical access to a bow. Alright, so we have the big four. We have bombs, Cactu Baronade. That is an easy boomerang hint, yeah.
Thank you. Boomerang. For the rang in the open grotto?
That was just sitting in open grotto. So that's a wasted hint if I've ever seen one.
Love it. Yeah,
so
Dad making a good point. Forest. We could go in and just do it.
Stone Forest finds a way. We have the big four. We have bombs, we have a hook shot, we have a strength upgrade, and we have a bow. Obviously, that's not all you need to beat the game, but it opens up a heck of a lot of the game to you.
Yes. There are so many choices for Marco right now. I would go to Ice Cavern. Personally.
Honestly, yeah. Follow up on that scale path. What are the odds that your opponent is up?
Nice.
Okay, that's a second bomb lock bow.
Oh my god.
What are the odds that your opponent has also already checked Tektite Grotto less than an hour in?
Yeah, I mean, with the scale possibly path, maybe you were like, okay, my opponent probably was looking at scale lock checks, quote unquote scale lock checks.
Fox is pointing out in chat, and he is right, that bow isn't exclusively bomb locked. It is strength locked or bomb locked at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
You are not wrong.
Yeah, it's okay. We have bow. We have two.
Anyway,
anything in the maze?
Chests, it looks like in the maze. Oh, on the left side of the maze.
Left side.
Cactu Baronade still.
Child side boss key. See, I like doing these checks as child. Much easier with the stick. Boss key indeed.
Rockchalk now dropping Bolero in the crater. And to get into crater, dropping Bolero, dropping a bean in the crater, playing Bolero to get to the crater. Imagine me actually building Bolero. Entire English sentences.
Like he's dropping an album, but it's just Bolero.
Well, that's certainly fire.
No.
Come on. Come on. Anyway.
Where are you going, Marco? We're going to Dodongo's Cavern? Probably? That's where everybody goes when they have bomb bag.
You have bombs. It's a medallion dungeon. How about you do it?
Even a bridge dungeon. So, I would do it too.
Fair.
Yeah, there should be some kind of hint about the Kokiri sword, because Kokiri sword is not required for anything else other than beating the Deku tree, which is a bridge condition. Probably going to be a Goma hint. I hope. I guess it doesn't have to be since it's in the bridge category, and we already have a bridge hint.
This is true. We have an Evil Spain hint, and we have no, that's it. That's enough to satisfy that.
Yeah. I always forget that you don't need to hint everything for the bridge. You could just hit one thing. Thanks, path prioritization. What was that?
Sunken silver rupees in the rural training grounds have Kokiri sword.
What was I saying about K-sword being hinted?
Well, we have a toilet K-sword. Butter knife in the toilet. Who dropped that in there?
Okay, so...
Goma path for you today, then.
No Goma path for the K-sword. Unless it's really
basically
like the
get
iron
the same
boots.
thing.
Yeah. God, how have I not seen this?
Kowari in chat, like,
Kowari.
Okay, that looked much more like the big pull bottle model that I know of. So Kowari in chat pointing out, because he had just been like demanding a Goma hint from the game. Come on, there has to be a Goma hint. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, that's a good hint though. That's a good hint.
It is what you need to get into Deku Tree. That being said, like the Kokiri sword being in toilet means that iron boots are now 100% required, no longer DLC. Sorry, Jackstronomy.
Yeah. But it's nice to know.
We'll see. Yeah.
I never go into GTG being like, okay, I'm gonna do toilet. I'm just gonna skip it probably, because it's another terrible check. So now we know we have to do it. Okay, good.
And knowing is half the battle.
Exactly.
Rockchalk's about to get his hook shot.
Oh yeah, he is. Good. Good.
When did Marco end up being almost basically an entire medallion dungeon ahead?
Sure. Well, Marco delayed going to river. That's
But
pretty much the main difference.
If there is a Goma hint at all, it will be to. So that's actually a good point that Kuari something that Kuari points out in chat here. If there is a Goma hint at all, it'll be for the iron boots because those now hard lock Kokiri's sword. That also means the Morpha hint that we already got now has to be for the long shot.
Right.
So either Epona or Dins leads us to the long shot.
Or Song of Time, right? Do we know where that is?
We have no clue.
Is that just in ice?
No, I thought we said Minuet likely in ice.
Right. Okay. Okay, it could be.
Be in ice.
Yeah, so that could be what all of this is about as well. Song of Time or Irons to get the K sword. Maybe? Can't be Song of Time or Morpha, but it could for something else.
Yeah, Song of Time could definitely also be passed to Goma here. Ugh.
Be path to Evil's Bane as well. Somehow.
No? I think.
Could it not?
I mean, we don't know. We don't know where Evil's Bane is.
Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
This is true. As rockchalk is now headed back adult with bombs, hookshot, and strength upgrade in hand, Marco is just about to beat his first medallion dungeon. And that's it. That's King Dodongo down.
Rockchalk did not get to the mirror shield. Yeah, which is unfortunate. We don't have strength 2, so it's not like an immediate concern. Hopefully it's easy enough to get back to since the spawn is right there, but it is kind of unfortunate.
It is 100% easy enough to get back to if he thinks about it.
Yeah.
And there is a slingshot from King Dodongo. Obviously, you're picking that up. That opens up a few more checks to ya.
Has Marco done Child Spirit? No, right?
No.
Doesn't have to deal with the boomerang in Child Spirit. That's a win for me.
Rockchalk is also about to have his bow then. London Revenge to Evil's Bane still.
Marco probably gonna do this and cack archery.
Yeah, just full clearing his path location here.
Yeah, he's the one with the Kakariko hint. So, knows it's probably boomerang. And he has the letter. But, you never know, I guess.
I have no idea what we just saw and on that hint. That was way too quick. I have no idea how these people can read that quickly.
I like to think I'm pretty good at it.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Well.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, never mind then.
Oh, no, that was just where was letter.
Yeah, where was letter? Okay.
Got it. Marco crushing Kakariko archery. Great job. That check is way easier than Slingshot Gallery. And I'm right.
I think we're either rushing ice or we're dipping fire. And I would say rush ice. Yep, this is a nice play.
Yeah. He's thinking about the Rudos letter.
Mm-hmm. You have a potential path through those letter. You're definitely going to follow up on that, especially with Jabu and Fountain both being foolish. That narrows down your options a lot. You know, if Rudos letter is path, then you are going to find that path, or the end of that path in Ice Cavern.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, hasn't turned in letter, but we do have an empty bottle, so perfect timing. Are blue fire arrows on this season?
Yes.
Too bad. I love having them before we go.
Not in this world.
Not in many worlds. Rockchalk being very diligent. 12 skulls. Wow. Good job, Rockchalk.
Has either of them actually checked 10 skulls yet?
I don't think so. But Rockchalk could. Rockchalk going for more information at Medigoron.
I mean, the game still owes us 2 path hints, and I think owes him 3 path hints.
He just saw the Kakariko hint.
All right.
So he's missing 2 and a couple sometimes hints. Good KZ skip from Marco. We're all shocked. Kidding? We're not shocked. Lost Woods
the Green
to
Goma. Hold on, what? Oh.
There.
Strength upgrade. Thanks, game. That's very helpful.
Okay. Great.
That is one of the most unhelpful hints you can get.
Yeah.
Strength upgrade opens up so much.
GTG to Volve.
GTG to Wolf was our last...
That's what... Yep, that's what Marco just saw in Fountain.
Okay. Well then. Imagine GTG to Wolf for getting strength 2 for hammer in that chest over there that Rockchalk just saw.
Oh my god. He's so dumb. Strength 2 path for Song of Time on Prelude.
But yeah, okay, so you now know you have at least 2 useful items in Gerudo Training Ground. That makes the decision to head there much, much easier.
Yeah, Mirror not gonna get hinted at Hyrule Castle Ferry. So hopefully
Rockchalk.
Yeah, hopefully Rockchalk at some point goes child and is like, oh, I spawned next to this ferry, I should do it.
Probably.
Yeah. It requires a lot of, like, brain realizing where you are in the game and making a connection, which is harder than it sounds. So...
yeah, Sunken Silver Rupees. Definitely Kokiri Sword. Rockchalk took a moment to read that hint.
Thank you, Rockchalk. Big chest right here at Ice Cavern. Show me irons.
Which was implied to be Path to Morpha by Death Mountain Crater to Morpha for...
Or light arrows.
Oh, sorry, never mind. Evil's Bane.
Evil's Bane.
Scale to Rudo's Letter to... Okay, so the Iron Boots need to be double scale locked. So they need to be locked by Rudo's Letter. They need to be here.
They need to be here, yeah. That's why I thought they were here. I couldn't remember why I had made that conclusion, but that was why.
I mean, at the point you made that conclusion, the scale wasn't 100% confirmed to be
oh, well,
to be the Evil's Bane path. It now is. So
brain made conclusion early.
Yep, brain made conclusion. You overclocked it. We found Greg.
Oh my god, what's up, man? Good to see ya.
The Green Rupee of Eternal Glory.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right.
Oh, I thought Marco was gonna get it.
No, Marco was not gonna get that for the memes, but he is out for skulls still. There's also another big chest here, which we would assume is Iron Boots.
Ooh, yes, we assume it's Iron Boots. Yes, the Kokiri Sword is in toilet. Yeah. Goron Tunic.
Not Iron Boots.
Volvagia.
Still has logical relevance.
Yeah.
Until we find a wallet.
Hammer in GTG then? Or something that leads to hammer?
Or hover boots, who knows?
Hover boots, that's right. But not like a wallet kind of thing. Alright, still hoping for irons in here. Maybe vanilla? Watching Marco almost get Greg, which he didn't. I was like, oh my god, a runner's getting Greg for the memes, and I was like, Marco would never do that. Something is wrong, but he didn't do it. Rockshot completely out of bombs, getting the bomb refill here. I didn't realize he literally had 0.
Well, good thing there's a refill here.
Good thing you can get 2 refills pretty easily by doing exactly what Rockchalk did.
Serious business asking, are we sure the path can't be Requiem to get Zelda's Lullaby, which is required to get into ice? Good question. I would say at this point, pretty sure, because I don't think we've seen anything of significance in Child Spirit or Child Locked in Colossus. So crossing the wasteland, crossing wasteland is most likely in logic, and so Requiem will most likely not be path.
I wouldn't say it's impossible yet.
And so I couched it. Oh, there's another big chest.
I always couch when I say so. I'm like, huh. So hoverboats and GTG.
Apparently.
Okay. Well.
Well then. Okay. So first of all, Ice Cavern is stacked, which we kind of knew beforehand.
Yeah. That's funny.
But no iron boots. So they need to be hammerlocked at this point in some fashion, or in any other way locked behind Volvagia, because like Goron tunic. Ooh, now here's a thought. Does that mean you want to climb in fire no matter whether you can get to Volvagia early?
That's a good question.
I think that's one of those things where you don't do that immediately, but you keep it at the back of your mind that you might need to.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, unless, of course, you have gold scale. So the iron boots are more of a theoretical path item than a practical one. You have a 90% chance to not need them to beat Water Temple.
But you do need them in this seed.
Yes, you do. Shoot, I forgot about that. Yeah. They are a very practical path item.
Yeah, I mean, I might put off fire and go to GTG first. Because there is a hammerlock check there. You're gonna have to go back to GTG, but something about deep fire feels bad. So, I don't think that many people would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go rest of deep fire when there's somewhere else to be.
So, just to summarize, Ice Cavern had what? It had the Zora Tunic, it had the Iron Boots. I missed which song it was, quite honestly. Oh, Song of Time. And it had, it had the Goron Tunic, the Iron Boots, Song of Time, and what other big chest item?
It had the hammer, not the Iron Boots. Yeah.
In the world. Okay, try that again.
And the light
Goron
arrows.
Tunic, hammer, light arrows, and
Song of Time.
Song of Time.
And Greg.
I would say, and Greg. So basically, 4 absolutely...
4 major items.
4 major items plus a song.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. That's certainly the case. Okay, so Marco was promised 2 keys in this boss key loop.
And boy, he is getting them. Pretty exciting.
Yeah. So,
Rockchalk gonna turn in his big Poe. Marco does have lights on the tracker.
Yes, indeed.
They were in Ice Cavern, where Marco just was before this. Ice Cavern was like just going to Fire Temple, to be fair. So
Marco's tracker says, and I can confirm this, items pour go mode, so items required for go mode, a hookshot, a strength upgrade, and iron boots.
Oh man, that's a nice little cheat sheet for us right there.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, Marco.
I mean, we know that the Kokiri sword is also technically required for go mode, but we know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big chest.
Oh! Oh no.
Big lava room I don't think is Zora Tunic locked.
No.
But we are getting the third bow, and that is
Bow.
also
3 bows in this area, by the way. In this fiery area.
yeah.
Incredible. Thank you.
That is not locked by anything except keys.
Yep.
So by having
Meaningless.
hammer for keys,
Mm-hmm.
the other
We get another
item in
bow.
here needs to be a small key, logically,
Yes.
or your boss key.
Boss key.
All right.
Great. Let's go kill Vol.
So go kill Wolf, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
with what
Now
we
you-
know about this seed, I do not think it is unreasonable to head into or to keep climbing in
Yeah.
Fire Temple after you beat Volvagia.
Not unreasonable at all.
Maybe not entirely immediately. You could see if you are misreading the logic, learn more about the seed first. You have GTG to do, which is going to be pretty available,
Yeah.
except for strength 2 lock checks.
And
But on the other
GTG
hand, you kind of
always a
do
good
want
choice.
those iron boots before you go GTG.
That's true. But GTG always feels like it has something, and Deep Fire is a kind of a commitment. No
Yeah,
Floors win.
The
Open
game
the
is also of the
shortcut,
opinion that you should
maybe?
be doing GTG before you fight Volvagia. So there is
Yeah.
with your hammer in hand, it's most likely your hover boots is something that leads you to them in there.
Yeah.
Nice setup
Probably.
here.
Yeah, very nice jump. Good job, Marco. Yeah, I might just go to the shortcut. If it was me. I wouldn't go any farther than that right now, probably.
Aurora's Wind would make this decision so much easier.
It really would. Rockchalk is not going to ice, but is probably going to show us what's in GTG, and maybe the rest of field.
Interesting.
Marco does not have the Lost Woods path.
That was in Zora's Fountain. No, Marco hasn't been there yet. No, wait. Sorry, that was in
Somewhere.
somewhere.
Somewhere that Marco hasn't been. I know that because I'm looking at Marco's tracker. Goron City.
There we go. Yeah.
Very nice Volvagia fight from Marco. Very fast. She's gone.
Rockchalk could very well just complete the field entirely, so him doing Tektite Grotto here is not out of the question.
I totally see him clearing out field. I see him going to Tektite. He knows that scale
Just mentally check that off his list, and he has already done Lap Dive, so...
Yeah. No, I imagine that he will do it. Thank you, Volvagia, for the key. Appreciate you. Did we see this?
What we got? No, I don't think so. It is another slingshot.
Yes, let's go.
That's Sphere 0 as well, so that slingshot on King Dodongo, well... Not a path item. That being said, Lost Woods is path to Goma.
That's true.
We think so far for a strength upgrade, but obviously there are the target practice in Lost Woods definitely has potential here.
Yeah. Irons on Tektite Grotto? I mean, target in the woods? Keys, same letter.
Okay, another big chest, a GTG to Volvagia, now available for Rockchalk. And
oh my god.
Okay, so that is 2 bomb locked.
Cool.
Or hammer locked slingshots plus 1 that's available without anything.
I love that.
Sling, ling, ling,
I love
shot.
that.
Yeah, that's basically 3 slingshots in a row for Rockchalk there.
Rockchalk's Epona noise is a cow mooing, which I appreciate.
I mean...
Yeah, it works, you know?
It's an ungulate.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rockchalk is gonna get the letter. Oh, What's in this big chest over here? I hope it's strength
We're
2
about
or
to
something.
find out.
My God.
Strength 2. Can you put away the spoiler lock, please? Yeah, now it is definitely time for Spirit for Marco, because he can literally just full clear that.
Yeah.
That changed his plans.
Yeah. Okay. So we need the long shot and the iron boots.
Mais oui.
And that's it. Alright.
I have a pretty good bead on where the iron boots might be. For Longshot, we do have a path to Morpha, and that's either Epona or Dins. So Dins is scary, but Epona, at this point, if Epona locks Longshot, that can just mean there's something Epona, something on horseback archery, or just more stuff that's hinted in GTG. We know there's at least 2 useful items in GTG. Why not 3?
Exactly. Just go to GTG.
Forehead.
Yeah, that's literally always the play. Yeah.
I've seen Child Spirit, and Child Spirit was not anything except the boss key on but not child locked.
And the hinted small key. That was a heart piece.
Yeah. Not particularly interested in the waterfall check, it seems.
Yeah. Not very easy to get back up here.
Small chest behind the hammer rocks.
Epona locking long shot. Epona is on the bridge path.
You're not wrong, and at that...
That's true, because...
Okay, so that's Strength 2 locked Strength 3. Strength upgrades can be path.
Classic.
Thanks, game. Alright, so... Iron Boots can be in here.
Iron Boots can be still on HBA, though, right?
Or
long shot. Sorry, long shot.
Long shot can be on HBA, but the Iron Boots can actually now be in here because strength upgrade in Lost Woods.
Right. And
so
2 strengths lock the strength.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, obviously you pick up target practice in Lost Woods if that's not your answer.
Yeah.
But Marco might just be god routing this, honestly.
I know.
If the Iron Boots are in here, he's basically done.
Yeah. He just has to find the long shot. But there's a path. Yeah. Do HBA and then go into Shadow, I guess.
To HBA, to do GTG, which you have to do anyway. There's likely your hover boots as well as your Kokiri sword in there.
Right.
And I mean, you're clearing GTG anyway. And then you do worst case, if that all yields nothing, you're headed for Shadow.
Yep.
Boy.
Yeah, irons can't be in light trial. Because irons lock the Kokiri sword, and the Kokiri sword is needed to get into Ganon's castle this seed. So yes, you're thinking about the strengths. That's good, but we can't get in there.
Nice shooting by rockchalk here.
Just so impressive how people could just bang out the 1500 no problem. I will never get over it. Really good.
You know how you get into Carnegie Hall. Practice.
Yes. Marco, continuing, has magic and dins, so can get the boss key. Did he get the boss key? No. Thank you to Kirox, I believe, who put the boss key icons on the dungeon so you can tell when the runner has the boss key. Thank you.
He can get the boss key. He hasn't yet.
Yeah.
At first, he's climbing towards the top of Adult side, which makes sense. You can always hook over. Well, you can't without long shot, but
right.
All right. Meanwhile, rockchalk is going to show us GTG. Unfortunately, without iron boots, so we'll be missing out on the Kokiri sword we know is there for a while.
And doesn't have the strength 2, or strength 3, but doesn't have the strength 2. So can't show us the silver block room. But there could just find the hovers in here, which is honestly just nice to have. I wouldn't be mad about it. But, kind of needs it to be something big now.
Yeah,
Marco is...
Find something that kind of puts him back into play. He doesn't know that, obviously.
No, no. This is a reasonable play for where his brain is at. It's just Marco happens to have found all of the items, has beaten fire, and is going to beat spirit.
There is a big chest bow locked in here.
Yep.
Which is to be expected. There's another big chest, it seems, that rockchalk has spotted. Yep, in the maze.
Yeah.
And here's a big chest from Marco with the iron boots.
The iron boots.
Yep, that is basically what we expected here.
Oh my god.
Strength leading to the iron boots, which lock the Kokiri sword and toilet.
Yeah. That's really good for Marco. Hasn't been to GTG yet. Can just whip through that. Get what you need to get out.
So the only way we can actually, make this seed last more than 2 hours at this point is by using the magic word, right?
Go ahead.
It's a jet.
Yeah. The thing is, I really think it might be. There's not infinite places the long shot could be. So
yeah, no, it's pretty constrained, honestly. It's either somewhere Epona locked, so either inside GTG, like this big chest right here,
but it's probably in shadow.
Yeah, or it's in shadow.
At
which point you just do shadow until you find the long shot, and then you leave. Then you
play Serenade.
You peace out to water.
Yeah. 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 Well, I feel like we haven't had this fast of a seed in a while, at least on Restream. Kind of nice that it's not like an AD slog, I guess. So far. We'll see. Din's path to Morpha. You never know. Yeah, Marco didn't do the sunblock chest, needs to get the boss key.
Yeah, he's about to get it. He does have Dins, so this is going to be less than a minute of time. Rockchalk has seen that there's a big chest bow locked in the side room here, so that is going to be something he picks up. Then there's also still the hammer room, or the
yes, hammer switch.
Hammer switch room. The room where exactly no one operates the hammer switch.
You've probably never used the hammer in that room in your life. Because who did GTG as a child? Not me.
Not me.
Yeah.
This is DLC. There's the hover boots.
That makes sense. We expected that.
That was the expected path to Volvagia at this point.
The consolation prize for GTG. I love the hover boots, so it's a great prize. Another great item.
Correct. And all we need now is long shot.
Yep. Yep.
Marco isn't even tracking items anymore at this point in his personal tracker. He is just going.
I know. Yeah, Rob Dog.
He has punched his plane ticket, and he is ready to get on the jet bridge.
Yeah, when you recognize it's a jet, you start to have to just
go.
Get into a state. You're just going like, okay, time to go. Stop doing anything else. Get your stuff. Get out. Which of course rockchalk doesn't know yet. So. Yeah, we're gonna see Marco fight Twin Rova. Terrible boss. If you're me. If you're good like Marco, it's fine.
Naburo has been
Sorry, Nibiru.
Yeah, well, the way that the official game guide tells the story, Naburo's curse has been lifted.
Oh, good. So she lives?
Game guide never said us anything about that.
Okay.
Treasure chest game is what?
The bottle.
Green potion. Okay.
Yeah. Rockchalk playing Requiem. For the fairy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Likely.
Maybe Haunted Wasteland. At the same time. Yeah, Marco doing the hookshot thing where you can keep one of the witches of Twinrova in place. I don't know what to call them. Whatever. I, for some reason, cannot do this. But it's really good. It makes Twinrova not trolly at all. Except for sometimes.
Baseball, you know what the ugly thing about the seed is?
Uh-huh, I'm ready.
We're gonna have a super early go mode here. As soon as Marco finds the long shot. But also, that go mode includes Water Temple and Jabu. Foolish Jabu.
Foolish Jabu. But no Forest Temple. Yet. Probably. So,
You had to bring
unless
it up.
long shots on
I wasn't gonna mention it. You had to bring it up.
Shot could be anywhere. Even Saria's locked. But probably not.
Nope, irons were locked in, locked far behind the two scales here, Rob Dog. So irons were not on the menu today, but they are hard required to get the Kokiri sword in the toilet.
Yes, they are. Wasteland.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh, hi.
Hello there.
Nice.
Well, that's a classic. Fire-locked fire arrows.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Thank you, game. Okay, Rockchalk, I hope probably is going Ice Cavern now. Yes. Looks like Ice Cavern.
Yeah, but at this point, this is a commanding lead for Marco.
Yes.
He is at He has 2 medallions over Rockchalk. He has almost complete knowledge of item positions at this point. Marco is headed into Shadow Temple, going into GTG. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Pyra in chat has just claimed that it has to be the first 2 of Shadow at this point, and I don't follow that logic yet. But if that's the case, then I want to hear all about it.
I don't either. I would love for Pyra to stand up
Yeah.
in front of the class and tell us.
Yeah, tell the class because I haven't figured that out yet.
'Cause I don't really understand, but I trust you. But I mean, we could just see it right here from Marco. So it seems like Marco has also thought that as well.
But yeah, obviously. Duh. Epona
Oh my gosh.
isn't
Yeah.
Path to Morpha.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
GTG has hovers.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty convincing argument.
Yeah, GTG has hovers. That's basically the argument. So,
GTG has hovers, but
Yep.
GTG is accessible via Epona.
Yep.
I'm not.
so Pona's on the bridge path, or it isn't. Right?
Huh? Oh, smart.
Well, we're gonna find out.
And it's not the first 2
No.
of Shadow, but it is Shadow.
Okay. So, we lied to all of you. And that's okay. It is gonna be hovers locked.
Yep. That's why I said Epona or Dins.
Oh.
I might also be both, honestly. We have seen so DMC to Morpha for either Epona or Dins, which gives us access to with Iron Boots already resolved and being pathed to Goma, or being on the path to Goma rather. The Longshot is the only thing that can be pathed to Morpha, right? Because the Iron Boots, if they were, or if the strength weren't since the Iron Boots hard lock the Kokiri sword, they are they or something that leads to them is guaranteed on the path to Morpha because of the medallion layout. So.
Yeah, all right.
I would agree with Goomba in chat. Basically, I think Longshot is in shadow, period. Marco is doing everything in his power to avoid GTG, but I think he has reached the end of his rope just then.
Yeah, I understand doing this on the way, but also I think if you're this close to knowing where everything is, now you know Longshot is not in the first two. Get your hovers and go. You know where the hovers are. Don't bother with Haunted Wasteland. I mean, it's not going to cost him the race, but I don't think I would have stopped. Did we get a Shadow Trial 2 hint? No, Milkweed. Thank you for asking. It can't be Shadow because Hovers wasn't GTG, which would make Epona's lock Longshot.
Yeah, so? Epona's can lock Longshot. It doesn't need to be passed to Goma for that.
That's true. That's true. His Epona's wasn't path. You're right. This is a very interesting seed to think about. But yeah, it's confusing because Epona's and Din's were in the same place. But you have to forget about Epona's song. Then it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
You don't see the horse, it can't hurt you.
Exactly.
Do not try to apply this tactic in real life.
Thank you, chat, as always, for being smart for us. Marco checking HBA. Makes sense. No, thank you, Golden. Thank you. This makes sense with the information that he has. Also because it's hard to think about logic when you're actually playing the seed and when you're commentating. Fun fact. Yeah, I think that this would be difficult to parse if I was actually playing like the Eponas versus Dins. And being like, but Epona's locks Longshot. I think I would lose my mind. So. Yeah, rockchalk gonna get Hammer and Song of Time. Probably will go to Fire.
Start to play, or be able to start playing the video game again.
Yeah, gonna go to Fire, do that. Hopefully get Strength 2 on the way.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, because it's hammerlocked. Yeah.
He knows about that big chest in Goron City. He knows it's hammerlocked. You don't leave that behind.
Yeah. Yeah, gonna go Fire.
of the reasons Marco is 2 medallion dungeons ahead of rockchalk, among others, is that he did get certain important items earlier than rockchalk, and that kind of snowballed. But also, he did everything in his power to avoid going to GTG, and he is paying that time back now.
Yes. He avoided it until he had everything to clear it, which sometimes does not work out for people. Quite often. You're waiting for an item to help you full clear, and that doesn't work. But it was the right call in this case. So. Rando. Yeah, Marco, rockchalk went to river, which I approved of at the time. But that just delayed him long enough that Marco got a bunch of items like the hookshot before rockchalk did. Rockchalk hopefully also bails on fire. I don't know if we mentioned that yet, but
yeah,
hopefully he doesn't keep going. Because rockchalk, yeah, went to fire before getting the strength 2, which is fine. But might keep going. Because many of us said that we would keep going in fire.
I said I would kind of write it down or keep it in mind for later.
Yeah.
Because of how the hints seemed to point back then. But yeah, at this point, there's not much reason.
Yeah. There's the Kokiri sword for Marco. Marco can now be the Deku Tree, and then can get into Ganon's castle. The hover boots were the scarecrow chest, right? I think I'm right.
Hover boots were... ...
Yeah.
Processing.
Me too.
Somewhere
Marco...
in GGG anyway.
Yeah, Marco's got a big chest.
Yeah.
I think it was in the scarecrow. Yeah, Virgil agrees. But Marco saw the big chest in the maze, and I think is gonna see what that is first. I know, and no one calls it the scarecrow chest, but I've been playing too much of this game recently. There's no reason.
Now I know what you mean by scarecrow chest.
Yeah, and it's like on the map tracker. Calls it the scarecrow chest. Yeah, it's like near scarecrow.
Track OoT has some funny ideas about chest names, but yes.
Yeah. Yes, you can summon Pierre there. I've never done that, but you can. Marco getting a nice gift of double magic, but has to keep going. In GTG, has not found what he's looking for yet. The hovers. In the thing that's not called the scarecrow chest. I don't know what people call it now. Near Eye Statue? That's not the Eye Statue? It's a good name. Alright, we're gonna watch Rock Chalk make short work of Volvagia. Well, no, I called it the Scarecrow chest, and nobody knew what I was talking about. So I don't know what to call it. Vanilla MQ Ice Arrow chest, thank you. That is what I will be calling it.
Vanilla
is that where it is an MQ?
Yeah, oh my goodness.
That's where it is an MQ, that's so funny.
That is even more obtuse than okay. Yeah, I'm going to stop complaining about check names because clearly this community will find a way to make it worse.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll call it from now on. Confuse everybody more. That's so funny. Marco's gonna get to show us what's in the silver block room. Well, Rob Dog, it's too late. That's what I'm gonna call it. The chest.
That one.
Yes.
There's that chest and there's the other chest.
Yeah. Perfect.
Actually, there's ice statue chest and there's the other ice statue chest. That is absolutely unambiguous, actually.
Yeah, because then there's two of them. Yeah. The ice statue chest
Marco's
is
showing us new checks here.
Yeah, and Rockchalk finishing fire, leaving, which is good. Gonna get the strike 2, hopefully after this. Check.
It was kind of clear that the like room had to be full of keys. Honestly, Longshot and Deku? Question mark? Ooh. Or not.
What's here? The lens.
Well,
cute.
Not ruling that out at the moment.
Yeah, that's cute. Great. Yeah, right. Treasure chest game is just a bottle. Thank you. I don't know. We got that hint in Valley. I don't know if Marco saw that hint, so Marco might not know. So there is a chance we'll get to see it. So, get excited. Marco opening the MQ Ice Arrow chest to get his hover boots. And we're going into Shadow. Woo!
Rock Shadow time.
I'll say hi to Jax. This is their home.
Someone call him and tell him to put the kettle on.
Yeah. Marco's coming over. Rockchalk gonna pretty much do exactly what Marco has done. Spirit. Get the iron boots. Get the K-sword. Go to Shadow at some point. Yeah, we don't have a second wallet, and we don't have a Zora tunic, and we don't know about Central Pillar's key. Rock doesn't have Mirror Shield. Oh, Malkin, you're right. We got that so long ago.
Yeah, that Mirror Shield right behind your back when you started. Composer Grave Torch chest was hinted dead. Yep. We have seen that.
Yeah, that is
big
pretty
chest in Shadow and wallet. Okay.
Well, there's one wallet. That is unfortunate. He doesn't have the Mirror Shield. I'm assuming that the mirror locks the iron boots. I don't remember the key layout. What was this again? Oh yeah, strength 3.
Yeah, it was a strength locked strength.
Right.
Which, because of... no, actually, that's in play now, isn't it? Given that we now have we have access to Deku Tree.
We do.
So can complete the requirements to get into Ganon's castle. Ganon's castle could be the place where we find Lockshot in the end. Is that right?
I think so. I think we could get the comedy option of Shadow 2. Because we did find a wallet in here. Which would just be cruel. You know?
It would be
After
cruel
all
and
this?
unusual.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to invoke commentator curse to keep this
I
seat
know!
longer than 2 hours,
And it was
right?
like, yeah, I'll keep going. You want to keep going? We'll keep going. And it did.
We got this.
Virgil, Shadow 2 is always the comedy option. Because it's a terrible check. They both have the fire arrows, but still. There is nothing stopping it from being on Dancing Dad.
I think we have mostly exhausted our options. No, hold on.
Oh, okay, everybody calm down.
There is something stopping Longshot
Calm
from
down.
being on Dancing Dad, which is that it did need to be lens locked in some way. So
Okay.
yeah,
We're good. Everybody breathe.
it's a
Comedy
shitty go
option
mode
dead.
though. It's
Oh, it's a
Water,
terrible go
Deku,
mode.
and Shabu. I mean, obviously Deku is quick with Dins in hand. That's a 2-minute
Yeah.
job, but like
Yeah. Job?
water can be quite the dick for a boss key, and Jabu
Yeah.
is just 10 minutes of foolishness. Well, 15
Yeah.
minutes actually. So
Water-
actually, this race might not conclude before 2 hours are over.
Yeah, 20 minutes. I think that could be a tall
could be
order
tight.
for all of those. Because Jabu just takes a while. Deku's really fast. Water
Yeah.
could be fast or slow, which somehow makes it worse.
But yeah, other than
There it
avoiding
is.
going into other than going into no, I thought that was a big chest, not the boss key. Other
That
than
was a
going
boss
into
boss key.
okay, going into
Yeah.
processing.
Yeah. Oh, Minuet is on Prelude. Getting to Deku is now just easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because someone pointed out, yeah, it's hard to get there. Well, not anymore, unfortunately.
There's the iron boots for rockchalk.
That's good. That's good. Get the K-Sword. Go, child. Get the Mirror Shield.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he can still win. I'm saying he can make some progress.
The long shot was in lower crusher chest in Shadow.
Yep.
This is actually one of those rare opportunities where it might make sense to do crushers first compared to spinning blade room, because crushers is 3 checks versus spinning blades 2, and you
yeah.
know that as soon as you find your long shot, you're bailing out of Shadow hard. So.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. I never think about that. I always go to the invisible one first, for some reason. Marco, gonna make quick work of Morpha? Rockshot gonna get K-Sword. Hopefully does what I say. Gets the mirror after this.
Okay, so someone asking what is the toilet? Toilet is the is the underwater silver rupee room in Gerudo Training Ground. We call it the toilet because there's a swirling vortex of water.
And the check is shit.
And the check is shit to do. Yeah. So
It works on multiple fronts.
true. And it even has a lid, which you need you need
does.
Song of Time to open.
It does. You open the lid and you get in. Yeah, there's like a fast way to do it, which the runners both will do. If you don't know what you're doing, it's really awful to do. So,
Okay. Found my earlier thread of conversation. Other than avoiding going into GTG, Marco's route was basically perfect.
That's right. That's correct. From one item to the next the whole way.
This train of thought is going back on the rails. if I have to put it back there myself.
I'm not. See, we both have ADHD, right? So
yes, this is true.
Just not going well. I don't remember what we were talking about. But
Doesn't matter.
Marco's gonna beat Deku Tree. So yeah, we'll see if this sub 2s. I don't know. Jabu is long for some reason. So Deku's fast, Jabu is long. Rockchalk is getting the K-Sword. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's what I said moments ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, we're operating Zelda speedruns on a shoestring budget. Us commentators are too broke to even pay attention.
That was bad, but it was good. I appreciate that. Yeah, you make a good point in chat. We do have Serenade, so we can get the Jabu pretty fast. It's just a matter of doing Jabu that I find to be very slow. Rudo isn't on F1 in these settings, which is very sad.
No, that actually, I mean, that was intentional.
Yes.
I understand the debate about it, but it was intentional. The idea really was that makes Jabu much less of, well, I guess, a gamble.
Oh, yeah. And I think there's
it
execution
is also like doing this quickly is just a matter of execution, and we do, as tournament organizers, we do kind of need to find a balance between this three-legged stool of qualities that you need as an OOTR runner, namely execution, routing, and logic reading. So that was kind of the balance we needed to strike. And hence, Rudo is not on floor 1.
Which I totally agree with for the mainline tournament. I think you're absolutely right. Just for me, I like it on F1, but I'm never going to be in this tournament, you know?
Never say never,
baseball. For the runners. I'll see you in season 20, everybody.
It's a deal.
Yeah. Rudo on F1, of course, is in Triforce Blitz, and I think we put it on in League, too. If we didn't, well, we could. Yeah, Marco, I mean, obviously God routed in his way is very good as it is, but this was a very impressive showing today. And I think that you're right, he is locked in.
Yeah.
He always goes far, but this was very striking win so far.
Yeah, he did put on a clinic today.
Yeah. Yeah. He is good at routing.
Really no other way to put it. All right, time for Jabu.
Hi, Jabu. Rockchalk gets his Kokiri sword. Rockchalk going to Lake? To Water Temple? No, save quitting. Right.
Save
that makes
quitting
more
to
sense.
go to Temple of Time to go Child? What is he? Oh!
Yeah, do Deku.
Okay. Oh no.
This is unfortunate.
That means he will not be in any way safe warping towards Castle Fairy again, huh?
Right. I mean, it's definitely too late. But he could save warp after Deku. To get back here because he doesn't have Prelude, and so could get it then. But Yeah. Doing Jabu first, though. Oh, we get double Jabu? What a great day.
What a treat.
Who's excited? Foolish double Jabu. Fun.
Double foolish Jabu. Well, this is the time when we need to talk about weekend plans, I think, don't we?
Oh. Oh, yes.
Because I don't think, like, there's anything else for us to talk about. No, actually, that's doing the runners a disservice. What we can say is that actually both of them have been crushing it in terms of execution.
Oh, yeah. Rockchalk is not playing bad at all.
No. The problem is just he is playing against someone who has maybe more hours in this video game than about sorry. 1 second. Maybe more hours in this video game than about half the roster of top 32 combined.
Yeah. Yeah. Marco's very good. It was gonna be hard to beat Marco. It was gonna be hard to beat Rockchalk. But, like... So, Rockchalk is playing well. You know? Rockchalk just made different decisions that didn't lead to better items early. So...
We are also talking about quarterfinals here, and we are talking about a double elimination tournament.
Yes! Rockchalk is not out.
Rockchalk is not out. He might still face Marco in grand finals again.
That's right.
Who knows? But yeah, it is definitely some early good routing decisions from Marco that helped him find some crucial items earlier than Rockchalk. Plus, I would say definitely an execution advantage.
Yes.
Helped him here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Marco. Just overall faster at most of the things that we've been seeing. Just because he's literally one of the best to ever play the game. It's just how it is. I can talk about the races tomorrow.
We could.
Just because there is a quarterfinal tomorrow, and that's exciting. Zavi versus Cola.
It is.
Yeah. And if I have the bracket up, which I don't, not in the same half, so they won't be playing the winner of this match. But cool, another quarterfinal tomorrow, 11 a.m. So.
Yeah, it'll be Zavi versus Cola. That's 11 a.m. Eastern for you, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, another great match.
By the way, 11 a.m. Eastern means 5 p.m. Central European. I am actually going to be going to do commentary for that as well, just in German.
Wait, I'm gonna paste the link. Yeah, if you want to hear Tobias commentate in German tomorrow, there.
For some reason, OoT decided to even put my face on the telly.
Ooh, oh, that's very fun.
I don't know if that's fun.
I think it's fun. I think there'll be an English restream.
Over on ZeldaSpeedRuns as well, yes.
Yes. I haven't assigned volunteers yet, but soon, after this, I will be doing that.
PM. But
first we have to watch Jabu. Marco...
In stereo!
Marco gonna fight the big Octo. Thrilling, intense battle coming up. Rudo's showing us the light medallion. Thank you, Rudo. Dies of Big Octo is one of the best emotes ever created. Thank you, Red. Artificial Red, great runner.
And even greater emote creator, because that is
yes.
ridiculous.
Yeah, so this is Big Octo. He's big bad and he's an octopus.
And also he has an obvious weak spot that is eliminated with exactly one hit. So
Yes. Yes, and he shows it to you. You know? Pretty obvious.
yes, indeed. But those were certainly some paths, honestly.
The path hints?
Yeah,
I don't remember what they were. On London Ranch.
Yes, London Ranch to Evil's Bane was one Requiem to ZL, which I don't think you needed. I don't think you specifically needed Requiem to get ZL because Longshot was actually attainable without ZL.
And Lens was in GTG?
Yeah, Lens was in GTG, exactly. That was also available. But basically, London Ranch to Evil's Bane, that was Requiem. Yes, that led to ZL, but wasn't a path item. But Scale to Rudolph's Letter to Light Arrows, because you needed both scales to get into Tektite Grotto. That
Scale
actually was a
for me?
really, really important and big hint, because that told you so much about where the light arrows, not the light arrows. Well, yes, the light arrows, but also where the iron boots could even be.
Yes. Evil Spain. Sorry. Yeah, also Scale Path is amazing because the scale never gets any love. And I'm glad that it was on the path today. But yeah, there was kind of a lot of good information from the path hints, like Crater to Morpha. That was good. It was confusing because of the Epona song. But knowing that you had to go into Shadow Temple, which is a stone, was very nice. I think you can read Gold Scale Path here if you're just like, what does the scale lead me to? Let me think of all the things, and then you think about Tektite Grotto.
Yeah. And I mean,
that way
you find both scales pretty quickly, and you then know, okay, so they can't be path on their own, but there are exactly two potentially gold scale lock checks in this video game, and that's Lap Dive and Tektite Grotto. And checking those as you make your way around Hyrule Field and Lake anyway isn't too bad. Then we had Death Mountain Crater to Morpha. That was either Epona or Din's. It turned out to be Din's, pointing to Longshot in Shadow Temple. Again, great hint. Really constrained where Longshot could be.
Yeah.
Especially after we ended up, having to go to GTG for that other GTG to Volvagia hint anyway, plus the information that Kokiri Sword is in Underwater Silver Rupees there. So GTG was on the tablet anyway, so doing the Epona lock checks there didn't really cost that much extra time. But yeah, Din's to Longshot was the answer in the end. And then you had Kakariko to Baronade, which was the easy one.
That was the silly one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Boomerang. And then we had Lost Woods to Goma, which could have been something on something like Target in the Woods as well, but it turned out to be a strength upgrade because both strengths were required to get into Spirit Temple.
Yes.
To get you your irons, to get you your Kokiri Sword in the toilet, because the third strength was locked behind strength 2 in early Spirit Temple. Yeah. And then we had GTG to Volvagia, which we thought was going to be Hammer, but Hammer was just chilling in Ice Cavern, and we ended up finding our hover boots there,
which was required.
Which was required to get you your long shot in the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So that actually was a great hint to find.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd go to GTG anyway, right? But it's still good to know where they are.
Yeah.
To verify, chat, Evil's Bane with a B as in boy, B as in Baronade, if you will. That means Evil's Bane means the light arrows. So there is no Evil's Bane check, it's just pointing you towards the light arrows. There you go. Yes, sorry. I know it's confusing. But rockchalk is done with Baronade. Gonna get...
And as rockchalk gets his third medallion,
Yeah.
incredibly, Marco has all 6 and is currently climbing the tower.
Yeah. Rockchalk will probably be in Deku Tree when Marco finishes. So Rockchalk will probably do the checks there. Marco fighting Salt and Pepper. I think Marco could do this with his eyes closed. Very impressive. Easy fight. Yeah, rockchalk does not have Minuet, because hasn't beaten Spirit, of course. So going from Jabu to Deku actually works pretty well, because we do have the scales. Believe that rockchalk will be in Deku. Watch.
Or thereabouts, yeah.
Yeah. You'll never find my light arrows where I hinted them on a gossip stone. Yeah, he won't finish it. Oh, target in the woods!
This seed will barely not sub 2 in the end.
I mean, in the end, the massive gap of time was sort of just like little things that ended up adding up to a big gap. Marco had better routing in the beginning. Better routing as in routing that worked out for this seed. And then rockchalk missing the mirror shield now is also causing quite a bit of time gap. And not going to Ice Cavern earlier as well, I think. Yeah, it happens.
Sometimes you just walk past the jet bridge.
Yeah. Marco found the jet, and rockchalk didn't, and that's how the randomizer is. So...
Right. And then Ganondorf is already beat by Marco. Now all that's left to do is beat up the big bad. Here's Ganon.
Wow, here he is. Yeah, we will not sub to... Marco. I would not sub to this for anything in the world.
Again, Marco basically got routed this. Had he chosen to go to GTG slightly earlier, sub 2 might have been in the cards.
Yeah.
But that is really the only way. I think the only thing that he might improve about his route for this particular seed. So
yeah, at least like the ones that stand out. Probably you could do this faster, but you know, pretty good overall,
to say the least. All right,
we're almost done here.
A few more hits.
You know, this is actually a really hard fight. I don't know.
It is a really difficult fight.
How impressive it is that Marco is just like
hitting Ganon's tail like that consistently and precisely is not easy.
It's not easy.
Marco just makes it look easy.
That's right.
And yeah, get your GGs in chat to congratulate Marco on a race incredibly well run.
Yes. Great job, Marco. GG's.
GG, Marco.
And GG's to rockchalk. I don't know if rockchalk will be finishing.
Bravo. No, immediately forfeited.
It's fair. Yeah.
And I have found both of them in the waiting room over here in the ZSR Discord, so let's get them in here.
Hello.
Hello
GG's,
and
you
welcome,
two.
Marco and rockchalk. Let me just swap to the interview scene
Of
real
course.
quickly. There we go.
GG.
Great
GG.
job, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was really, really fun to watch. So thank you for putting on the
Pretty
race.
fast seed.
Yeah, it was. And you, Marco, really just hit the route that made it a fast seed.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
So, did you feel that at the time? You were like, I'm God routing this. I'm hitting the jet.
yeah, pretty much. When I found long shot, I was like, okay, this is very solid.
Yeah.
I was confident, but you never know. Your opponent could very well also God route, and skip some stuff, but I was pretty confident.
Yeah. What about you, rockchalk? How did you feel about the seed?
I feel like I have a seed every single tournament where I just make stupid decisions and lose because of it, and this was definitely that seed.
Right. What decision are you thinking of?
It happens. I kind of hate my early game routing a little bit because I read the hint that, hey, Suns is in SFM. And then I got scale, and I was like, oh, I could do river and go to SFM, forgetting that Suns is there. And then I'm already on the way there, and I'm like, all right, this is useless.
Yeah, I did praise you for that at the time, because I do like the river play early for hints. But yeah, Marco went child and got the hook shot and got the strength, and it sort of snowballed from that point, really.
Yeah, I think the river play as adult can be good,
Yeah.
but I think in this seed it wasn't too great because we had, I don't know if I already had the long range path to Evil Bane.
I can't remember.
But yeah, we had a scale and Song of
Right.
Storms. So I think River as a child was better in that case, and Suns at Inuit is not that important, I would say, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember when I got the long on hint, but I think it was after that or maybe during that.
Yeah, maybe it was after also for me.
I can't remember.
I don't remember where it was.
I do remember, I think, Marco, you ended up finishing your child one with basically the big four items with bombs, hovers, hookshot, bombs, hookshot, strength, and the bow, or
no, basically, the bow was,
the bow was on DMT Ferry. This is true, but it was very quickly after you went back adult.
Yeah,
and that was really helpful.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And I only did 2 child, the first one, and then child 2, and then that was it. Go mode as adult, so pretty solid. And then ice just was the play. Rushing ice was so good. So
goodness,
yeah. What made me rush ice was that I got the hint for the Kokiri sword behind Song of Time. So then from the song knowledge that I had, I knew it was 50-50 Song of Time behind Spirit or in Ice. So I thought I'm going to try the 50-50 and hope for a Song of Time. And I was trying to delay GTG as much as possible to do it in one trip with Irons and Song of Time.
Yeah, that was definitely a better play than what I did. I kind of read the Lost Woods strength in as like, oh, I will probably need strength 2 to get Kokiri sword. So Song of Time behind Spirit, let's go for it. And so I went GTG before Ice, which was not the play.
Wait. Oh, I'm missing a path actually.
Yeah, Lost Woods was path.
Okay, yeah, that was the strength. Okay, yeah, I didn't have that.
That was just the strength.
That was Lost Woods to Goma, and that was actually a really strong path hint as well, because it basically told you your irons had to be behind strength 2.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Which, I mean, it wasn't clear until you found strength 3 in Spirit, but at that point we kind of knew, okay, the irons either have to be here in Spirit or they have to be in GTG behind the silver block. So
yeah, I see.
What made you decide to go to Spirit over the other dungeon? Basically, just it was a progression dungeon, and you hoped for finding useful items there, or did you have other calculations that were part of that.
Yeah, when I got Strength 2, I think Spirit was my only progression dungeon. I didn't have Iron Boots, so water was not an option. I didn't have Kokiri Sword, I knew where it was. And Jabu was Baron, actually. So,
yes.
Yeah. So Spirit was the only good place, I think, at that point. I knew, because I had Hammer, I knew GTG was Path Volvagia, but I knew it was going to be Hovers. So yeah, Spirits was just the only progression I had. So yeah, I guess I got lucky because I didn't have the hint, and it very well could have been in GTG behind Strength 2 then.
All right. rockchalk, you were kind of it did feel like in your mid game you were taking you had, I think, deliberately chosen to go ice significantly later than Marco in this case. What was your plan there?
Well, I wanted to do Tektite Grotto, and because I knew the scale was kind of could have been on the path to lights, and I was like, okay, Tektite's kind of the big thing left there, so I'll do Lake, I'll do Field, and then go up to Tektite, and then I was planning on going to GTG after that. So that was one part of it, and the other part was kind of what I talked about earlier with the Lost Woods to Goma path being a strength. I knew at that point Kokiri Sword was behind Song of Time on Toilet, and strength could point to Spirit here, and so to beat Spirit I could get Song of Time out of that, and it was kind of just wanted to check those two, or not. I wanted to check the Tektite and the GTG path as I got it, and I kind of got dissuaded from ice because Fountain was dead, and it's just like, okay, it's just 4 checks in ice, even though it could be a 50-50 Song of Time, but I also think there's a pretty good chance Song of Time's just behind Spirit, so let's go to the more check dense area.
Yeah, that's unlucky, actually. That hint baited you into
yeah, a little bit
not doing ice. Yeah. Oh, that's rough.
It's okay.
Yeah, if I had that hint, I probably would have thought the same as you. Spirit is very likely to lock Song of Time in that case. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not too discouraged about the loss here. I kind of knew coming into this tournament I was playing with house money just based on my qual performance. So the fact that I've already outplaced my personal best in a main tournament is good enough for me so far.
Oh wow!
You beat Floosh and Sponge. That's very solid.
Yeah, that's really good. You both have had like really good runs through the bracket so far, with all the people you've played. Marco beating What the Hells and ATZ, 2 legends, if you will. Yeah. What tripped us up for a while, at least on comms and in chat, was the DMC path to Morpha. Because we could not get
were thinking about
Epona's
Epona for a long time.
out of our heads. What did you guys think about that path? Were you just like, it's Dins, I'm going to Shadow?
Yeah, it had to be Dins, but I didn't realize it immediately because I did a horseback archery, which was a mistake. Right. Actually, it was dead, but I realized it. What
was HBA hint? No, it couldn't have been. I think I got both dual hints. Never mind.
No, it wasn't hinted, but if DMC was path to Morpha, well, if Epona locked Kokiri Sword, so if it was Epona path to Morpha, it wasn't possible. Epona would have been path to Goma then. So
yeah, that's kind of what my thought process was too.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, I should have known. But yeah, it's only when I was in GTG that I realized that, so I was a bit late. And then I skipped the Valley check because I knew I was dead at that point. And I rushed Shadow after I got Hovers. And apparently, it could have been Shadow Trial also. The second.
Yeah, that's what I was scared about.
Yeah, we started to talk about that too. We were like, oh, I guess it could be in Ganon's now. Shadow 2 is the comedy option.
Yeah, we were worried about that.
Yeah.
Comedy only for the viewers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Shadow didn't have anything, then it could have been all dungeons. I guess.
Yeah. We were like,
that
long shot on Dancing
rude.
Dad. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, we saw the wallet in Shadow, and like maybe it's just Tunic logic.
That scared me a little bit because when I got Irons, I kind of rushed Spirit, and I skipped the 2 last checks at the top of Spirit. And then I thought, oh wait, I don't have Zora Tunic. Maybe Longshot can just be chilling in Spirit.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah, we were worried too.
Yeah.
All right. Quick look at the brackets here. So, Marco, you're either going to be up against Aeronaut, Hyper Obsession, or Flea.
Yeah.
I think I am legally obligated to support my fellow tournament organizer in this one, but obviously, in general, just you're up against one of the 3.
Yeah.
And it looks like rockchalk is moving down to face either Drunus or someone we don't know yet. Drunus, Tanjo, or just Sam, it seems like. So that's kind of your who's waiting for you in your next matches. And I wish you all the best of luck for it. Marco, I think that Menu is still waiting for you for interview in the French restream, so I'm going to try and keep this brief, or rather kind of to wrap it up here. And I wanted to say thank you both, Marco and rockchalk, for putting on the heck of a show for us. This was a really, really quick seed, and the logic, or the hints were really powerful in this one. And so, this was really entertaining to watch. I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was awesome.
Yeah. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up here and say thank you all for watching. Dear chat, thank you to our runners again. Runners always forgo audience interaction when they agree to be restreamed, because they can't kind of chat to their audience. So do follow them and have check out what they do on when they're not being restreamed. Also, thank you to our tracking team that has been Carliana and Virgil Dante, and thank you to Baseball for joining me on commentary today. Been a pleasure.
And thank you for restreaming and commentating. I hate restreaming and commentating at the same time, so thank you.
I have fun with it. And with that, I am going to raid us over to UFC Wildcat. Frequently in our chats, both here on ZSR and on the Silver Gauntlets, and is currently playing, and this is why I'm raiding UFC Wildcat, because there needs to be one more drink. They're playing Triforce Blitz.
Yes! I was hoping. Oh my god. I'm so happy.
And with that, we'll see you soon right here on Zelda Speedruns. In the meantime, have fun, have a great evening / afternoon / morning, wherever you are in the world. And bye, everyone.
Bye.